County Public
Right.
School District.
Okay.
Although our police department is there, currently we're on a temporary basis, I guess I should say. So, but we will get with Miss Tyler and see
Okay.
what we can kind of work out for you guys.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Certainly. Olivia, who's next? Mr. Bush.
All right, so yeah, I come to present this for you because y'all presented us with something as far as like food sales and the vendors and all of this, right? So basically, you know, you wanted us to move around the corner and all these things. Okay. First of all, I have a lease with this man. To break that lease, you already know you're gonna have to go in front of a judge and you're gonna have to, somebody's gonna have to pay that lease. Not to mention, I wanted to present this to you because I don't think that whoever you got writing the ordinance is much of a lawyer. Title 39 is monopoly, conspiracies, restraint of trade, boycotts and sales, less than cost, consolidation, affiliation of capital, credit, property, assets, trade, custom, skills, act, or other valuable thing in possession by or between any persons, firms, corporations, or associations of persons, firms, corporations, whereby any one of the purposes, object mentioned in this article is accomplished or sought to be accomplished, or whereby any one or more of such purposes are promoted or attempted to be executed or carried out of the several results described and produced. A monopoly is, as thus defined, includes not merely such combinations by or between two or more persons, firms, or corporations for acting among themselves, but all aggregations and agglomerations and affiliations, consolidations, or incorporations of capital, skill, credit, assets, property, custom, trade, or other valuable thing of possession, whether effected by the ordinary methods of partnership, by actual union under the legal form of a corporation, or by purchase, acquisition, or control of shares, on and on. I think we understand what that is. The monopoly is declared unlawful, of course, okay? Agreement and restraint of trade shall be conspiracy to defraud. Anytime you think that you're gonna come in to a business that is A, established, lawful, certified, and tell that business they are going to comply with what you have set forth, and you're gonna move where I need you to pay me money for the sole purposes of Title 39, you can read this, is indeed a monopoly. Therefore, unlawful. Therefore, conspiracy to defraud a business, and that's just one of them. I've been on the phone with the Attorney General's office the last couple of days. I think maybe one of you guys should probably come on there with them, figure that out before we start throwing stuff around. Because before you start coming in and trying to change a culture of a people, you first have to understand that you want to change those people. Now, why would you want to do that? Those people have been there since before I was here. Poor Miss Francis has been sitting under that tree before even y'all was born. Okay? And if you're going to tell a business to break the lease and if they can't operate for the sole purpose you're going to operate how I want you to operate for money, which is part of it, and it charge them an exorbitant amount, all of that's unlawful. Now, my good friend, the new chief that you guys hired, I think highly of him. And I'm going to tell you something. He will vouch for me and I will vouch for him. If I open my mouth, I know what I'm speaking on. Please investigate what you are doing and understand that the people don't want this. I got tons of customers. Brother here's got tons of customers. People don't want it. I'm telling you. It's out of line, it's out of order, and it's overreach. You read under Title 39 and you go on through that. I have also spoken with the Attorney General about the fact that we only have one gas station in Wagner and trying to figure out why. I know why. Most of the people that are in here know why. They were interested in that because guess what falls under that too? That is unfair restriction of traffic and trade. Anytime you do that, you're stepping outside the bounds. You're telling people where they can and cannot, and this is their home, their place. I live here. I have land in the Wagner address, okay? You can't tell me I cannot operate my business where it is approved to operate my business, especially since the Department of Agriculture requires me to sit on private property with written permission or permission of said owner or a lease or an agreement. That's just what the law states, okay? Throwing that out there for those that don't know, I will say this, I think that me and my friends can get together and pour money into this town. About 2 years ago, memories just come up on Facebook of me out here when all this was looking nice behind here, okay? And we were at events, we had 2 of them. And every time we had those events, all of the vendors contributed. Why don't we try some of that instead of trying to restrict everybody? And man, I can bring a whole lot of business into this town because that's what we need. All the bickering and fussing about where somebody is, listen man, we got tons of stuff that haven't been fixed here. It looks kind of crappy out there, guys. I know we ain't got nobody because we can't pay nobody. I understand it. We can't pay nobody because previous decisions were made and consequences are now being distributed. We need to correct that. But running us out and running the vendors out and telling us where and what, look, man, I want to work with you, but you can't come in and do that, man. I've already got a set thing. I've been there 4 years, guys. I built my business in Wagner. I thank them every day. That's why I stay in Wagner. I make tons more money in Aiken, but I built it here.
And Mr. Bush, I understand that, but there was already an ordinance that was wrote in 1999 that actually states what we're just trying to update.
And I've got that. But instead of going with stuff that...
So it's not a new ordinance
I got
that
you.
we're actually writing.
I got you, but...
I just want you to be aware of
And I
that.
did, I read that, but I also know this, bro, that if you go back and you look at that, first of all, it was at a time, and I was showing the picture of when Wagner had an event up here, and we had a bunch of vendors, okay? And they were all up there, and that was written for a purpose. Here's my thing. You wanna update it, but don't try to force somebody, okay, against their will and against law. I understand what the ordinance is, but the ordinance is going against what the Department of Agriculture tells me I have to sit, okay? It's on my business license, not for here in Wagner, but in Aiken, in any other larger municipality around here, it's on there. Must sit on private property with permission of.
Well, this
you know,
ordinance did go through the South Carolina Municipal Association.
somebody needs to go recheck
So,
because I'm looking.
if you guys are telling us that it's wrong-
I take that back. Here's the thing. It's not that you want to put the ordinance in. It's that you want to put the ordinance in for the sole purpose of collecting the funds off the backs of the people that's providing them. I'm not giving you $13,000 a year just to run my business. The pig has a larger 1% or 2%. I understand, but we're talking about the size of my business per capita and in comparison. That 2%, I got it. That business license, I did it. We need it. That's what it's for. That's also in every other county in the state. I know. Okay? To be certified, you have to know those things. I got it. My thing is, don't try to pull that off of us, man. You can lower that a little bit or something. Work with us or allow things to be done that are already in motion because that's a big lease to break. I'm letting you know. Because none of that was in practice. And even if you wanted to charge, you have to go based upon the 2% and the business license or public property. I'm not on public property and I already have a lease with the privatized.
If you have a lease with where your vendor sale is at now, is it legal because he doesn't have a business license?
That business has been there again before anybody.
It doesn't matter.
And he
If
can
you
lease
and
his-
him have a contract, that means he is making gains. He has to have a business license to operate because he is leasing the
According to the
property.
law.
Yes, sir.
It's an ordinance.
According to the state law.
Private property, that is state, that's Title 30.
I'll tell you this. I have a rental property. Guess what? I'm leasing my house out to a massage therapist. I had to get him a business license because I'm making gains from her. So she,
Are you in the business of doing that? Because if so,
Yes.
then there's a million renters in renting in
that's just
South Carolina.
that's just
that aren't
like
doing
that's
that.
just like
That's
Mr. Miller.
That's not.
He is in business with the ice machine, so he has a business license, or he's supposed to, but he doesn't. So he should also have one with you.
Okay, here's my thing. In private areas, on private land, you cannot make somebody, this is what I'm reading you. This is part of the
I understand
authorized. I
that,
get
but
what
the
you-
issue is, he was also part of signing these ordinances that stated if you're in the town limits, that's what the rules are. So what we're trying to do is fix those issues.
Then you have to fix them by the law, because at
Correct.
this point.
And we are fixing them by the law.
Okay,
Like I
at
said,
this point, though-
this ordinance come from the South Carolina Municipal Association. So I'm pretty sure they're not gonna tell us, hey, this is wrong, but you guys can go ahead and do it.
What's wrong, that's not an ordinance, that's on your personal, on your property. You can't charge me for personal property. You can't. There's nothing in the law that says you can charge, where is it? I just read where you can't. Show me where you can. You cannot charge me for
I know,
private property.
and it plainly says in here that the council has the right to establish where people can sell at, including yard sales, and it can be designated by town council. This was took into date of the 28th of April in 1999.
And it's wrong
This is
according to
almost
this.
30 years ago.
Okay, and it's wrong according to this. That's what I'm telling you.
I mean, it's obvious. I'm reading this off of their website. If you'd like to talk to the Attorney General tomorrow, please do so.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
Thank you. That's
Let you know what it is, man. When you violate it, make sure it's right there. That's what I'm
Who's
presenting to
dedicated?
him.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes, sir, I was wondering if he answered my letter I sent you.
Yes, sir. I did send you a letter in the mail to your home address. I sent it in regards to that property.
Did you answer the code 813-700?
Yes, sir. It was all in the letter that I mailed out to you.
All right.
I don't know if you've received it or not, but I did mail it out to
No, I
you.
haven't. It's
Okay.
been like way over 30 days.
It was mailed out to you. If nothing else, I've got your email address. I'll send you an email on that letter
Well,
tomorrow.
you told me you sent me an email like a week or two ago.
Well, I did send you one, and originally that first email that I sent to you, it kicked back, and it stated that it wasn't good. So that's why I mailed it out. But I'll go back and look at that letter, and if that's the correct email address that's on your letter, then I'll resend it to you.
Well, how about, when can I get my deeds?
I don't have, I've already, in the letter that I sent to you, it's actually stated in there that I don't have any minutes at that town hall from when I come in to office on January the 6th. From January the 6th until today, we have looked for all of the ordinance that stated that you actually were the winner of that property. You bid, it was voted, there was a second vote on it, and it passed, and those minutes went to Ms. Busby, the law office. I cannot find those anywhere.
Oh, yeah. So that's my.
So
Well, I don't think it came
That-
within a meeting.
there's nothing I can do about it until I can get a copy of those minutes, and it stated that yes, Mr. Harmon actually bid on it. He won that bid. There was a first vote. 6 days later, there was a second vote, and it passed. Until those minutes appear, I can't do anything about it. And I think that's what Ms. Busby told you as well.
But why are you putting the house up for sale, dude?
Well, until those minutes come back up, there's nothing else I can do. And if we actually sell the property, it's going to have to go back up for bid.
You can't sell it without I pay for it.
You haven't paid us for it.
Okay.
Your money is in escrow with Ms. Busby.
and she offered
And
to
she's
give-
offered to you to come back and pick it up.
Well, I want my deeds, I don't, that's what I gave the money for. I said it's still my stock to get that deed.
And I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that. I've already explained to you, I don't have those minutes. I don't have where it passed, where the council and the mayor signed off on it from prior. All I know is from January the 6th going forward. That's all I can help you with.
I don't ever remember the bid even being talked about or even announced in a meeting. I
It was
don't-
on
and
the
I'm
sign
pretty
that was in
anal
the
about,
paper.
they can't decide it in public. It has
Joe,
to be
you
a
gotta
bid
sign up to
the
speak. We
public.
can't just
So
talk
I
back
don't
and
remember
forth.
any of that. I can look
Yeah,
at
you
my-
gotta sign up to speak. You can't just talk from the gallery.
Well, she's just letting you know she ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, well,
She has to
I'll
sign
see you
up.
the next one.
Or say talk after.
All right. Next on the list, Olivia?
All right, y'all know where I stand about this ordinance, okay? If you pass this ordinance, what are you gonna do? Have you walked down?
Rough, but the other 3 sections of the park is as
Well,
well.
no, I cut where I set up. I paid to have that grass cut.
I understand that, but I'm just saying the other 3 sections are as well. Actually, it
Right.
would look even worse if Tri-Development didn't come out and actually cut around the library.
Correct. And matter of fact, I donated to them to cut that corner right there, to clean it up, because I didn't want people walking in grass that high. And I know y'all trying to get somebody, more maintenance men or whatever. Are you gonna put, where are you gonna move the food vendors?
The food vendors in the ordinance, it states they're gonna be moved to the,
Clock tower?
clock tower.
That's not the address.
So Peanuts is gonna go to the far end with the
Yes, sir.
yard sale, okay? What are y'all gonna do about the vendors that are not paying,
Then our police chief will enforce
that are
that.
setting up on town property? Cause I know Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday especially, I went to go set up the library, the whole area right there. Somebody had set up, and they had like the whole area taken up with stuff scattered from here to Egypt.
Well, there's no signed spots.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jermaine, if you don't mind, can you speak on, in reference to that?
So let's talk about enforcement for just a
Right.
minute on the town ordinances and
Okay.
stuff. And I had a conversation several times here with Mr. Bush. Mr. Bush is fully aware, once this passes, it becomes the law that I have to enforce. And he knows that I will write him citations.
Okay, wait a minute.
And that's gonna happen. Hang on real quick. In terms of the folks that are setting up on the weekends, they know they're one human being. I just had a death in the family.
Sorry to
My
hear that.
nephew's laying in Blizzard right now. My wife and kids are all down there right
I'm
now.
sorry.
They're grieving him while I'm here with you taking complaints and trying to take care of the town. Here's the thing that I think the town misses, or that people misses. We ain't gonna solve nothing if we don't set aside these personal feelings, personal differences, personal
Agreed.
agendas, and start making progress. Now, this might not be my place to say, because I've been advised to hold my tongue, but I'm not gonna hold my tongue.
Thank you.
Okay? Wagner is
You
not
are
gonna move.
qualified.
Wagner is not gonna move forward unless we set aside these personal agendas from the previous administration and what is current. I myself have been trying to marry those two administrations. Do I have anything personal against Michael Miller? I do not. Do I have anything personal against Kevin Young? I do not. I am simply trying to get this town to come together. Prime example, Mr. Dallas, you had a complaint. What was your last complaint?
People shooting around my house?
And four-wheelers.
Oh, yeah.
Has that been resolved?
Matter of fact,
No, they're all uptown.
Say that again?
Matter of fact, yeah, I ain't.
The
going
shooting
to
has stopped, the four-wheelers in that area has stopped. Yes, they may be uptown. I can't hire people. Why? The town is broke. I had an
Agreed.
elementary SRO committed to me, female out of a northern county, won't say where, but out of a northern county, committed to me the week before Easter. Some Facebook drama took place. That's embarrassing the town. Her father-in-law is a prior member of a smaller municipality that knows the history of a certain editorial. And he told her to stay away from this community. How can a community grow when you have people stirring the pot they don't want to see grow?
Well, here's the thing.
Hang on a minute.
I still got my minutes.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, let me say this. And you say stirring the pot, I agree with you 100%.
I'm not saying you stirring the pot.
No, I'm saying I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is, just like John, just like me, just like Hendricks, we're here to help Wagner.
Right.
I live on the outskirts of Wagner.
Right.
There's places I can go, there's places he can go, there's places Hendricks can go. But we choose, because we live in Wagner, to support Wagner.
But guess what?
But guess what? We're being forced out to be put down to the end of the road down there. That's not even accommodations there yet.
There's no room.
You have to have power, you have to have water to move a food vendor down there. You wanna put him at the clock tower, you talking about traffic, you're gonna have a problem over there when people start coming there to get food because there's not enough room.
Well, currently there's an issue on 39 with traffic now.
That I agree.
Because they've already made a road in the park. This should not be there.
And that I agree, and that's what I told you
And two
before.
wrecks.
Well, okay, let's block that off. It's simple.
But where should people park at when they come to shop?
Okay,
Where should they
I
park
told
at?
John, just like when he's setting up on Mike Miller's property. Move back, let the people pull in, have plenty enough room to get off the road. When you see me set up, I make sure my peanut trailer is way off the road, that way they can get off. Now, there's some idiots out there that don't drive, they don't pay attention. They're gonna park in, they're gonna park there.
Briefly, y'all seen us fill that up. What you think we gonna do that little area?
Well, what I'm saying is, just like the yard sale stuff, half the people that come up there and sell don't even care about
Do
Wagner.
you know most small towns that you go to, they have designated, that's just like Batesburg, Leesburg.
Correct.
They have a place where the food trucks go. Like Ridge Spring, Minetta, there's a designated place. You just don't park wherever you want to park.
Correct, for flea market people, okay? You can go
Food
to
trucks too.
No, you can go to Pigeon, you can go to Swansea, you can go to Town Lexington, you can go anywhere for small municipalities. Sally's begging me to come down there and set up. Go down there and set up for food vendor. You know, yeah, go down there, I can go down there. But you know what? If the people Wagner don't care, yeah, I'll go down there, I can go right there to Perry and set up, it don't matter to
So
me.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
Mr. Fields, and as
And that's
well,
what
Mr.
gets
Bush?
me.
is it the issue of the money or is it
No.
the issue of the location? Which one is it?
Honestly,
No, it's the location, because we support the people of Georgia that come through here and spend money. We've got local people that spend money, and plus, we're donating one weekend out of the month to different churches, to different schools or whatever, for youth academies. All proceeds will go to that.
So
We're here to help.
If the council compromised on one of those to try to meet you all halfway, if we said you all can stay in that location,
We would do anything.
would that kind of appease this situation?
It would definitely help.
It would help, and what it would do is, you would see, we would do whatever we could to help build Wagner. Like I said, I'm gonna donate to different churches.
And briefly on that moment, and cut my particular fee, not his, but cut mine in half to $10 a day. Y'all are racking, because I will stay right
I don't know if that can be done,
Okay.
but that's the two problems that I'm hearing is
Yes,
they don't
ma'am.
like the location and the money. Now, as far as
That's
the
a
money
good push.
goes, there's nothing we can do about that money.
No, I mean, I pay my money, I don't have any.
I will tell you this, there has been talks, and I didn't agree with this, they wanted to put y'all in Ponder Park. So you would have been off of 39, off of Secondary Road, behind the town hall. I know you wouldn't have liked that. So we thought at least, well, if we move you right on down the road, at least you still will be on the main road and everybody can see you and you still get all that traffic.
Well, see, here's the thing, my customers, they don't, because I tell them, I said, everything's in limbo, I don't know where I'm going, because they ask, what's going on with the town? What are they going to, I said, I don't know. I said, they're talking about moving. And they said, where? I said, well, I don't, or when? I said, I don't know, because that down there is not ready, the grass ain't cut, that bog's gotta be got up, money's gotta be spent to get that prepared down there. So what I'm saying is,
And I will say this, and this is just my personal opinion.
Right.
In all actuality, I think that it takes away from the veterans part right there, that monument right there for those veterans, and then you got all those food vendors out there, and there's no grass.
there's no food vendors.
It does not look appealing.
It's a hazard, it's a
Yeah,
hazard
it is a
also.
hazard.
Yeah.
It's
So
the yard
what
sale
if, what if,
That is the problem.
what's the little carriage house thing? What's all that right there? The little park where the carriage house is?
You talking about the museum house? The carriage.
Is that the
The
carriage? Yeah, out there.
The wagon.
Yeah, you talking about
wagon
the other
house.
end down there?
What's
across
that
the-
area?
The wagon house.
Cause at least it's a secondary street that's not traveled as much.
Two quick things. I was gonna say, if we could continue talks with you guys at some point, this would be great. I don't wanna take up everybody's time.
Schools, I want to help churches, I want to help people. Because this is my community, this is what I live in. When I lived in Swansea and had a business in Swansea, you asked the mayor down there, you got 2 hours.
It's a hazard right now with
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It's a hazard.
I mean, we can, right.
So if you got customers going, you're going toward the interstate.
Yeah, but you think it's a
If
hazard
they
down there
turn that
now?
right there at the
Try to
right
get out
time of
down there
season.
that far in, and you're gonna see more wrecks.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fields. We'll continue talking about it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And there's
All
no
right,
free
we're gonna
cover.
keep moving. Next on the list, oh, I'm sorry, is that everybody over here?
No, what I'm saying is if they move food vendor down there, by law, they
Lisa
gotta
Bush.
have power and they gotta have water. Food vendor,
I mean, we know that was,
they got that.
we thought something else.
Okay. Anybody else? Olivia?
But if they're gonna,
Miss Hall?
Miss Hall.
You got something?
move food vendor
I
down
know my limit is 3 minutes. Everybody can talk on now. But you stop me for 3 minutes.
No, just, you say what you gotta
I
say.
can't stop them though.
You say what you
Go
gotta say.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, my first question is the town of Wagner responsible for making people their property clean? Other people complain about it.
There is an
But I
ordinance
believe
to
in
answer your
going
questions.
to the one that can help me. Just repeat that.
There is an ordinance, yes ma'am, you are correct, there is an ordinance for the people that live in the town limits that they're supposed to keep their property
Well, what are they
updated,
gonna do
clean.
about it? They're not keeping it clean.
It's gonna be
For
addressed.
years, I complained about the people on State Road below me. They didn't do anything. I called Aiken County. Aiken County said the town was responsible for going to them and giving them so many days to clean up.
Yes, ma'am.
It took 2 years, I believe, before they ever went to them. So, is it gonna happen soon?
It's going to be addressed.
So,
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Hall, let me step in because we had a conversation today. Matter of fact, when you ambushed me at the police station about the credit card pin getting stolen for like the 4th time, that's where I was headed to enforce some of those statutes. But instead, I had to go with you to the bank to get that credit card issue taken off. And then I had things to come in after that. So I was not able to get to that today. But
Okay.
tomorrow, that will be on my agenda after 10 a.m.
Okay.
But just know that it will be taken care of.
Okay, I'll get back with you, because I got a doctor's appointment in the morning and a funeral at 1 o'clock. So it might, if you were available to.
But I also got 800 citizens to serve in the town of Wayne.
Okay, I understand you busy, I understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no rush, it's no rush, just whatever we can get it done. I forgot my next question. No. Okay, it's important to ask this question, I guess it's been covered from what the other man said. Because at the meeting you said, if you have a yard sale, you have to pay.
Yeah.
How can somebody tell me what to do on my property? I pay taxes to live there, I pay for that property.
I understand
I
that.
can't understand nobody telling me what to do on my
But
property.
that's what was addressed and should have been, the issue should have been brought forth in 1999, because this was the original
This is the first
ordinance
time I heard it.
that actually stated that. So I didn't want people to think that that ordinance that was being put out tonight was an ordinance that we actually wrote, because we did not. That was an ordinance that was
you
gonna be
said that, I
updated.
realize that, but you know, nobody never enforced it. So if you sell anything in your yard, you're supposed to pay the town
Yes, ma'am.
$10 or what?
I think it was $10.
Yard
It was
sale,
$10.
yard sale, I think it's $10.
Huh?
It was a yard sale for
sale's
$10.
Okay. Oh, God, but that other question I had. Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what other question I had? Why is it, when y'all have y'all executive meeting, the citizens got to sit here and wait? 'Cause last time I was here, I believe I was set by an hour, and people start leaving. That's not fair to the citizens.
I understand that, but the executive session that took so long, that was when we were actually interviewing for
I realize
the
that.
town clerk's
But the
position.
citizens know, they know what you was doing back there.
Yes, they did. We made an announcement that we were interviewing.
Oh, you did, I didn't realize it.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
some people stayed, but me and some others left.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I spend my time to come to town council meeting, but I don't have time to wait.
I understand that.
While the council doing their business.
But that's
It's
the
not fair to
only,
the citizens.
I understand that, but that's the only time for everybody to be able to get together, and actually interview somebody is at a town council meeting. Because if there's more than, like myself and we'll say Patricia or Naya or Miss Mildred, if there's more than 2 people there, if you've got 3 or more, it's considered a quorum. So it's considered a meeting.
Well, it can't be done before town council meeting?
Not if everybody wants to be able to interview the person that
Okay.
we were
well,
doing for the job.
I just want to be staying, well,
I wouldn't even know.
I got other things to do besides sit here.
Ms. Burgess?
Good evening
Good
and
evening.
congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have some people that walk back here on Ponder Park back there.
Yes, ma'am.
And they wanna, you all to consider about cutting the grass, and there's some limbs that's hanging over the walkway.
Wait,
That's their concerns about that.
that is on the list. to
We're
be
working on
cleaned up
that. We actually started cutting grass today.
today.
So that will be on the list to get it cleaned up. I promise you.
All right. And the last, meet and greet that we had, my concern was about the street signs. And they were there and they gave me a number to call. And I actually called that number because we needed a street sign right here at Railroad and Sebring Road. And 3 days later, the sign was up. So it does work.
Okay, that's great.
Awesome.
That's great.
Wonderful.
Can I take up the last few minutes because I see y'all being attacked for the previous administration. Y'all getting handed stuff now that y'all wasn't prepared for, but y'all trying to get it straight. But the citizens and the people that's coming in that know that y'all working towards going forward, like the officer said, you know, you come to them, you bickering and whining about what's supposed. In 19, they set an ordinance for cleanup. It's been in ordinance for '83 or something like that.
88.
Way back then. That's when I joined it. That's when the previous administration, they asked me to get on the committee cleanup. She was one of the ones, and a couple of other people. But see, they say stuff, but they don't follow through until somebody else is down somebody else's throat. But they want y'all to jump in and right now and just clean it up, get it fixed. But these ordinances been in. Look how many years it's been. Ain't none of it being enforced. Everything still look the same. The houses still the same. The streets still the same. You don't got nobody to cut the grass, but yet and still they want y'all to cut somebody to cut the grass. But who gonna do it? You don't have no money to get workers.
We didn't have a lawnmower.
They
just bought a lawnmower.
The money not gonna come in, sir.
money's not gonna come in?
Not for you just being a regular vendor. It's got to come from the town.
Well, look here, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to
Every
start somewhere.
$10
But see,
counts.
you know, y'all bickering now about
No, we're not bickering.
about moving down. What's wrong with moving down to the other end and see what goes on?
Well,
you don't never know.
Every time I look down there, you see drunks, crackheads.
Now, they don't have a choice.
Everybody don't want the same thing.
If the choice don't belong to them, if the city run it, if the council got,
But they still got a
if the
choice.
council got to say so,
They can't do
where they
that
could
by-
be at.
Okay, y'all, calm it down, please.
I didn't talk
Please,
when you
please.
was talking. I let you say what you had to say. Now, I'm just saying,
I'm free.
if the city,
I have a freedom of speech.
if the city
If you didn't know that.
is running the place,
I got a freedom of speech.
if the city running the place and the town hall taking care of what's supposed to be going on, y'all doing your job. Y'all putting the ordinance out there to put them down there. That's where they go. Either go or leave. They ain't making that enough money to cut the grass.
I cut mine.
Well, that's not your job.
I know, but I.
See, they gotta have insurance. They gotta have insurance.
Out of wagon.
County cuts that from
No.
No.
See, you gotta.
All right, guys, so we're not gonna continue to argue.
Yeah.
So
Talking
we're gonna move
anyway.
forward. So our next
But let me ask you a
Step.
quick question. Okay, y'all remove the part to plant grass, right?
yes, ma'am.
For years, I've been complaining about why they don't, instead of letting people park in the front of the building, why they don't plant some grass out there. People shouldn't park in the front of the building.
In front of what
Other
building?
citizens complain about it.
You talking about the town hall?
Huh?
You
In front
talking
of town hall.
Yeah, that's changing.
That's gonna change too.
That's gonna change.
Well, I
There's a
complain
parking
about
lot
it.
over to
I
the
complain
side.
about it
There's a
for
parking lot
years.
over to the
We're
side.
good then, because I've complained about it a year.
All right.
It's new administration. It's gonna be new time.
We're good then.
So the next on the list is the departmental reports. So we're gonna go with Mr. Martin.
All right. Update from the police department, we are progressing. Despite the rumors that you've seen on social media, all this kind of stuff, I'm still here, I'm still staying. Also, I've been in a lot of training myself with Jeremy Frank. We've had coverage.
Some of us to hear, can you just speak a little bit louder?
How about if I stand here? I'm a big dude with a soft voice, I'm listening. So here we go. The department is progressing. However, we are having a little bit of trouble getting people in. We're having a little bit of trouble getting people committed to the department because of the town looks so terrible on social media. Yeah. That part. So, I heard what Mr. Burgess said, I heard your complaints, I also heard what Jonathan Bush said as well. But at what point are we gonna set aside this personal stuff and move forward? Nobody's gonna wanna come here that's qualified to do the job if we're acting like this. We got cameras here right now, people seeing us, the world sees us.
Yeah.
When I got officers hiring from Lexington County, from Edgefield County, from Saluda County, from Orangeburg County, I'm not touching Aiken County because I have relationships with Aiken County. I've also had officers from smaller municipalities put in for this agency, and guess what? I'm not touching those officers simply because I don't want to ruin those relationships with those chiefs in my county. I love Aiken County. But with that being said, what you put on social media, it's there. People screenshot it. People see the animosity and the turmoil. When is it going to stop? Don't listen to people that used to work for this town that no longer work here because they're putting out misinformation. If problems were solved then, or if it would have been solved then, we wouldn't be having them now. Prime example, the traffic sign, no left turn, 113 Sandam Road, coming on to Main Street. Someone put on social media some crap about, oh, well, hey, that was supposed to have been changed. I hope they're not writing you tickets and all that kind of stuff. Guess what I did? Picked up my phone, called the director down there on the Parkway. Actually met and went and talked to him right after that post happened. Guess what he told me? That's strange. I never told anybody in Wagner that. I don't know where they got that from. Sir, do me a favor. About 800 people to advise. Can you put that in writing? Next morning by 10:03 in the morning, he sent me an email stating it never should have been that way. And guess what? Am I going to enforce it? Don't know. But Highway Patrol can. Aiken County can. Other sworn officers can. I'm going to say I probably don't have time because I got so much other stuff to focus on, but it should have been that way. Now guess what? It's enforceable. You all know. Just because it was wrong or it's uncomfortable, don't mean you should continue to break the law. And if you have questions about it, don't direct them to me. Don't direct them to the council. Take that crap to South Carolina Department of Transportation, because the police department cannot dictate signage. South Carolina Department of Transportation, by statute, is the only ones who can dictate signage. All right. Next thing, we are close to inking mutual aid agreements with smaller municipalities in this county. We're also close to signing a deal with Aiken County Victim Services to handle our victim services. That way, our town clerk and those folks won't have to wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning should there be a domestic violence issue. We can send it to the people who handle it all the time. And that does not occur around this area as often. Give yourselves a hand for that. That means that we are a good safe community. So that's part of the reason they were willing to take this on so quickly. I got messages today about that. Also, guys, the police department social media page, I don't run that personally in terms of responding to messages and posting things. I send out phone calls because that's what leaders do. They send out, they dictate stuff to be done, and I just don't have time to keep up with all that, so I'm not the only person who has access to that. And I will leave that at that. Is there anything else I'm missing? We're progressing slowly but surely. By the fall, we'll look better. By next year this time, we'll look even greater. I promise. But we got to come together and put aside the personal feelings and let's move forward. Coming to the table with these guys, calm your tone. Take your personal feelings out.
Oh, it is. I mean, I've got no animosity toward nobody.
But how you talk to people, 17 years of policing and handling disturbances amongst people on the street, do you know how you get people to listen to them? Talk softly. They'll calm down.
Well,
I promise you.
I did retire from the military captain, so it's kind of hard.
If you talk soft and somebody's yelling, guarantee you they'll match you and they'll calm down. Works every time. It's called verbal judo. That's it.
Fire department, Mr. Bobby.
I've already submitted this to you, but essentially we've had for April, we've had 3 calls. We had a medical call, we did a structure fire last night or this morning with down there outside Cherry. We had a brush fire that ended up being unfounded. Currently we currently are at 8 members. I put the number on there wrong. I miscounted. We're at 8 members. We did get 1 new person on board. It was about 14 or 16 hours of training this month. We've gotten everybody except for 2 people now have their healthcare provider CPR card, so now that that's in place, other avenues of training can start. One of the issues that's on a piece of paper is an equipment issue. I've got gloves on order for 2 of the people that are here. We're out of gloves. I don't have the PPE gloves for the members. Those have been ordered, and I spoke to the company today. They're supposed to ship on the 20th. You see on there the spending we've done for this month. Those gloves, AED pads. We replaced all the AED pads on in the department because they were all a year or more expired. So they've all been replaced, and that was an actual large buildup. Other than that, that's what we have. We did one mutual aid call, that was to that structure fire in, Perry that we went to. Other than that, that's what I have.
All right. The water department, Daryl has asked me to remind everybody again, please do not flush wipes, any plastics, feminine products, packets of soap, underwear, cooking utensils, and cooking grease in or down the sewer system. It does incur very costly to the town. So I just want to give that update. New business. A, swearing in of the newly elected council member, Tracy Young.
I, Tracy Young,
I, Tracy Young,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
and preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. Next on the agenda under new business is B, which is ordinance number 2026-12, which is the temporary sales ordinance that was being updated. We kind of already discussed this in open discussion already.
I have something to say.
Yes.
Just for the record, the ordinance itself I don't have a problem with, but the relocation of the vendors is a policy decision that requires full council discussion and vote. The council has never publicly discussed or agreed in a formal meeting in public the specific location. We have talked about other locations or discussed that. I'm not saying that that wouldn't have been an option. I'm just saying we haven't. Including that decision inside this ordinance without prior deliberation bypasses both council authority and the public process. Approving this as written would mean endorsing a decision that was made outside of an open meeting. I object to that process. I cannot support the ordinance in its current form. I move to table the ordinance until the council, until they've had an opportunity, we have had opportunity to publicly discuss and determine an appropriate vendor location, and also the mobile food vendor's address on it as it stands. We might need to change that because it says 169 Park Street North, which is at the end. It's not at the church tower. So we might need to change that on there. But we didn't ever discuss that particular location as a council in a public meeting. So just for the sake of transparency.
Did you make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion, we table it until we have a chance to discuss.
Oh, okay, I second it.
Thank you.
All in favor? To table it?
Aye. So we're gonna have to bring that back up. Do we need to do like a workshop or something?
Yeah.
So that way they can come and
Yeah, that's all, so we have to do it the right way. I said, just so we can do it, the right way.
You need a workshop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to do a workshop. That way they can bring their
Legit question.
questions, their opinions.
Yeah, we done said all that.
Then said-
I mean, I know, but it's
You know,
It's
still,
still
I
something
will
we
do it
have to
right
do.
back.
it's still the legal red tape of it all.
Exactly.
Number C on the list is the ordinance number 2026-07, the police chief appointment ordinance. It is not.
No, it's just what it says. That's not what it says.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so with this ordinance, we passed this ordinance
Yeah.
a couple months ago. The only reason I decided to bring this back before council is, Chief Martin has his own set of, I guess, bylaws or rules that South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy, had to approve. I guess,
Mr. Barton, can you explain that to everybody?
Sure. So basically, this is, it basically gives me, the authority from the council to hire and fire within my own department.
right, the Criminal Justice Academy already allows him to do that within his department with their particular set of, I don't wanna call them bylaws, but it's a huge book. So he would need to be covered on our end of things, the municipal side of things. And that's the only thing that's not clearly stated within the ordinance. So it's literally a sentence
That was actually added
that
to
was
the
added
ordinance.
to the ordinance, nothing else was changed.
So do I have a motion to accept the ordinance change?
I make a motion.
Do I have a second? Do I have a vote for everyone?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Section D, discussion of possible action regarding sale of town-owned land. Of course, this is the two pieces of property that there are no rules or second voting on the two lots that were actually already supposed to be sold from the prior administration. Jackie Busby will not pass it because she has not or cannot get a hold of a copy of the minutes from the town, because I myself have gone through all of the books. There was no vote. I did come across one where it was a rough draft that was to be put up for sale, never voted on. And
I've sat on council for 2 years, and I don't remember ever voting for a bid period to sell that property. Never heard, never saw it. It just popped up one day that there was a bid, and I'm like, where did that come from? Oh, this is from a couple years ago. Well, so I don't know. I've sat here for 2 years. Everybody else is new.
so to do it the correct way, we're going to put it back up for sale. We will or can discuss about getting a licensed realtor, and then they can actually put a fair market value of what the property can be sold for. And then also the next discussion on that same would be discussing of retaining a real estate attorney once or if the property is sold, for them to do the legwork on it to make sure that there's no liens on the property before it is actually transferred and sold into someone else's name. So do I have a motion?
I have discussion.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is there a process to determine what we're gonna ask? For instance, in a lot of real estate things, you'll get 2 bids for a price, and if they're within 5% of each other, you take the middle. If they're more than 5%, you get a third one, you take the average. I'm wondering if that's the process here, or how do we determine, you know?
It was actually in the previous administration, it was actually whoever bid the highest on the property.
Okay.
my concern is, as with the other one, we haven't had a workshop or a public discussion on methods of sale for the property. I don't know, last time I looked, we were doing the deals.gov, and now on this one, we are doing
That's
a
why
realtor.
that previous agenda was removed.
Yeah, well, now we have a realtor. When did we vote?
We
to
don't
decide
have
on
a
that?
realtor, that's why it's listed
But
on
we're
your pass
discussing that.
to discuss.
We're not discussing other methods, is what I'm saying.
So what
So
other
I'm-
methods?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I
We
mean,
haven't
the best
talked about
thing
it.
is
Is that
to
the
sell
only other
something-
method to do it?
I mean, that or either put it on Gov Deals.
I don't think you could put.
I don't know. We didn't discuss that.
I
We
don't think you
just-
could put land on
You
Gov.
can.
You can put land on there, but I don't think it would be the best thing to do as far as the deeds, the titles, all that stuff. You need a
An
professional to
to
do it. Like
Yeah,
a
see, I-
real estate agent.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's where, I mean, if we have I don't know,
Do we have
take
an idea
bids
of
for real
who?
estate agents.
That's what I
or
was wondering. Do we
things
have an
like
idea
that. We can
who
do
or-
that, but I feel like
Yes,
this
I
would
think
be
we
the
need to do
best
that.
method
To be able to
to
move
sell
forward
the
with it.
property.
Yes.
And hold on, we need to discuss why we're selling the property, since that seems to be a big thing. Are you gonna tell them
No,
how
I
much
don't
we
have
owe
a
the
problem with that
IRS?
part.
Oh, yes, currently, we're actually trying to get out of debt. So any additional things that we don't need for the town to carry liability insurance on or any other type of insurance, to cut the debt, just the Internal Revenue Service, we owe them almost $250,000.
And so we've defaulted on the payment plan, so we're gonna have to come up with some type of lump sum in order to try to get another one. This is the reason why we're trying to get rid of things that we don't
Need.
need at
That,
the moment.
that brings me to my next question, which is when will we see some financials? I mean, we haven't seen anything. You know that we've defrauded on debt. I had no idea we defrauded on a debt. We haven't been, I haven't been.
There was,
I
there was-
haven't seen a check.
It was in a meeting.
Over
I
2 years
haven't
ago,
seen
they've been
a check.
making payments on
over
to the
2 years ago.
IRS.
No, wait. We haven't seen a financial statement. We haven't seen
I
a bank
understand that,
statement.
Pat, but you
You
can't,
know that we have problems with Facebook. Have we got somebody in there to fix it?
Yeah, because your mom's doing it on Facebook.
No, we don't need
currently,
anybody that's related to any of us to do that. No.
currently, there is,
We need somebody outside.
yes, that's something that needs to be done as well,
But you have to have money to do that.
of course.
Okay.
Yet another reason why we're selling things to try to get the liquid cash in order
To be able to pay
hire a
someone.
bookkeeper. Or
And
to pay
have
an
we got back in
auditor to
touch
come
with the
in
auditor
services.
yet?
Yes.
Yes.
You have. Wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm glad. Thank God. Because
Yes,
we gotta
ma'am.
get that
Is
done.
it from an IRS audit, or did you actually file the tax return and then?
Oh, no, those taxes go back to 2021.
Okay, but they actually filed the tax return and
Correct.
that's your liability.
Correct.
Not,
The town did not pay from previous years.
okay.
The quarterly taxes were filed, every quarter. They just apparently used those funds for other things. And now currently, we're sitting at $250,000 that have not been paid since 2021.
No, I haven't seen any
And
financials.
every day that goes by, that it's continuously going up. And that's not from a financial standpoint, that's from actually me going to meet with the Internal Revenue Service.
And then, if, you know, maybe an email to us to let us know, or, I don't know. We know how many, what we have. We know what bank accounts we have. We don't have any bank statements. We haven't seen what money's going out or what debts we have. I mean, I know you know it, but we don't know it. And
Come
I
to the
can't
town
make
hall
informed,
here.
I don't have to come to the town hall. I'm supposed to be kept informed.
The IRS.
It is not my responsibility.
It is part of the town council's responsibility
Not to come to
come
town
help.
hall and dig up records. No,
Well, it's not mine either, but I've been in there doing
It's the
it.
town clerks to let us know what's going on.
I'm not gonna argue with you on this meeting. If you want to help with the financials, come to the town hall
No,
and
I
help.
think somebody that's qualified that
So
ain't
we'll
related to none
actually
of us should do
continue
it.
to move on.
And there are people that want to volunteer to help that live here that are not related.
So
to
do I
us.
have a motion to
Okay.
move forward with this?
I make a motion, we move forward with it.
I mean, if you don't have money, you can't
Pay anything.
professional to come
Correct.
in and look at anything.
We have people
The
that want to
vote-
volunteer to help
Who's,
that
voting?
are not related to any of us.
We're voting,
Thank you.
Pat.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yes.
No. No, I didn't argue. Just say what I had to say.
Section E is the sale of excess equipment. We have the military modular kitchen that's back there, and we also have the bulldozer, which is the U.S. Army serial number 61G391. Do I have a motion?
I have discussion. There is nothing listed on there for the record. While these items are listed for sale as excess equipment, there has been no discussion or
It's
approval by
additional
the
equipment,
council.
apparently just like what the
If you would
previous
let me
one was.
finish, I don't have a problem with the sale. What I have a problem with is I have concerns about proceeding in that direction without clearly establishing in a public meeting the method of sale. If we don't have a method of sale, then it's just left up to administration how to sell it.
This was
And we haven't
actually bought from Gov Deals. It will have to be put back up on
But
Gov
it doesn't
Deals.
say on the agenda.
It doesn't have to. I spoke with Desiree.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, that's nice.
All of this on the agenda is just discussion. We're
Correct.
openly
Just
talking-
discussing it.
No, I'm saying, we're openly talking about
But it's,
what's
doesn't say that on the
happening.
agenda. You're discussing selling it.
Right.
Yes, we are discussing the
It
process
doesn't-
of selling it.
Wait a minute.
Are we
I just
going to
wanted
sell it?
I just wanted it in the record,
So
that's all.
we're not gonna do bids, because bids have historically,
But we didn't discuss that.
so, okay.
Is it an
so-
option?
So would you like to do bids?
No, that's not what I said. It has to be on the agenda to be discussed. It's
Okay,
not on the
so-
agenda to be discussed, the method of sale.
So, okay, what's the
Nope,
method of sale?
I just
sale
had
that
to,
you
I
would like?
wanted to say it for the record. Unless we're doing it, then I don't, put it on the agenda and we'll discuss it.
Well, since
I suggest we table it until then.
Well, since it was bought from surplus, to me, the most sensible thing to do would be to put it on Gov Deals. That way, the town is not involved in it at all. We could put an opening bid, we could put a closing date, how long it would run for. Everybody could go on there and look at it and say, oh, opening bid's $15,000. I'd like to bid 20.
So who decided that?
That's how Gov Deals decided that.
That's the only way we can sell it.
Pretty much.
I would say yes,
I
if
didn't
it
say
come
pretty
from
much. I
bought,
said,
if
is
it
that
was,
the only way we can sell it?
unless you're gonna take open bids.
Unless you're going to take sealed bids, and who would collect?
Exactly, that's
but-
what I'm saying. Who decided that's the only way we can
But
sell it?
who would take the sealed bids?
I didn't say that. That's not my point. That's not my point.
I don't understand what your point is.
My point is that y'all decided that's the way how we
Nobody
would do
has,
it
hold
without
up.
us discussing it.
Nobody has decided
In
to sell
public.
it anyway. Or
That's
what
what we're
type.
doing now, is
No,
to
it's
sell
not.
it.
It says
the
discussion.
Yeah, of sale, not of methods.
It doesn't matter. If we don't,
does
if we're
matter.
not voting to sell it, Patricia, then you can't sell it.
If
It
we
don't
vote
matter.
to sell it and we don't specify what method on the agenda and in a public meeting, that means that it can be sold however you
This is a
choose.
discussion to actually sell it.
That's
So
right.
if,
And once
exactly,
we decide to sell it,
then you
if-
actually vote on what type of way you want to sell it.
no, that's not how that works. Once it's sold, it's discussed to sell
Why
it.
didn't you write the agenda?
Then you can just
Why
sell
didn't you
it
write the
however.
agenda?
Why don't the town clerk do it?
Well,
Because she's
ask,
too busy being the water clerk.
well, it's because we can't afford to pay two.
But we want to hire a maintenance man
That's because we're replacing somebody that's leaving.
and a realtor. Well, we don't need two maintenance men. One is enough. We need a border clerk more.
Oh, with the grass is 10 foot tall. Nothing.
I'm a
Complain.
councilwoman.
You're a councilwoman,
Yes.
but you dropped down from the fire department because you couldn't handle.
No,
that
I dropped down from the fire department, ma'am, because I'm having a total knee replacement, having
So therefore,
surgery.
what do you do for the council? If you can't do nothing for the fire department, what are you gonna do for the council? Because you.
I'm not gonna be out of the
you can't do it
council that
remotely.
long.
But you resigned from the department you were over, and now you're causing more chaos.
I'm not trying, excuse me, hold up. Asking questions?
It's
and
causing
questioning
chaos.
things. Oh, so holding people accountable and transparency with the public who I actually answer
I think
to.
I've been pretty transparent.
Yeah, you have. But that is not calling chaos.
This will stop immediately.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I'm not going to listen to that go back and forth. It's going to stop.
Oh, my.
Oh my. If you don't like it, Pat, you're free to leave.
No, feel free.
If you don't like it, you are too.
And so are you, Miss Watson.
Exactly, you the one that starts the
Excuse me, why are we hearing from the audience, period?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't mind, escort them out.
We just fight about
Miss
such
Watson
escort Miss Lisa with her, because she ain't hushed since we got in here. So if you escort one, escort the other.
Y'all supposed to be talking together.
Well, I know. Because if you escort that one and you don't escort this one, there's going to be an issue.
So the discussion is, hey, we want to sell,
This property.
we want to sell the kitchen and the bulldozer.
Mhm.
Is this a good idea? Yes or no?
Yes.
Everybody. Okay. So, yay! We decided yes to sell the kitchen and the bulldozer. Now, how many ways is it? Just like how many
We can discuss this on the-
How many ways can we sell this bulldozer and kitchen? There's multiple ways. What would be the best way, council, to sell this bulldozer and kitchen?
I would say the best way would be that the council is not involved.
Correct.
So there can't be somebody that says, oh, they showed favoritism.
Okay, so what is the best way for us to do that, council?
Put it on Go Deals.
All right, Tracy, what do you say?
I say gov deals.
All right, Patricia, what do you say?
I have no problem with that since we discussed it in public. That's not a problem.
Whoop-de-doo.
Have mercy, Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be.
That's what we were doing. But anyway,
We didn't realize there was a
I know
problem.
you didn't know what I said.
All right, so
I just
you
wanted
do
to do
your
it properly. I
motion.
have a problem
Somebody
with
make
it.
a motion.
I think that's
somebody got a
fine.
motion that we're going to.
I make a motion that we put it on govdeals.com and get rid of it.
That's fine, as long
I
as we
don't care
discuss
who
it properly.
motion. Please, I'm done.
Was somebody second?
A vote? All in favor?
Ah,
All right,
What's that? Oh.
letter F, guys, letter F.
Sale of excessive equipment, which is through the police department, which will be the option to be able to sell a 2017 Ford Explorer, which was also used as a police SUV, and a 2017 Ford Taurus, which is a car. Both VIN numbers are also listed on the agenda.
And I would like to say, these vehicles have been completely decommissioned. Chief Martin, explain all of that, please.
So, in that process, all the police equipment was taken out of the vehicles. It's been completely removed, ready for sale to whomever's going to buy them. Next thing I like to say is this. So,
they'll get the gov deals too.
when that process happens, like the general public won't be in control of a police vehicle. It'll look like a police vehicle and it'll function like a regular car, but it's not a police. Right? We have more vehicles than we have money and bodies and people that we can afford, so it's a waste. It's just vehicles that are sitting back there that we have to maintenance every so often, getting new batteries and insure and all that stuff. So that's part of the reason why we're having that going on right now. It's the two least vehicles used in our fleet.
They're about roughly between 110 and 120,000 miles. There is no like center console. It's not. It once was a police vehicle, so it's not like a standard civilian car. Council, we're going to be selling these two decommissioned police cars. Would that be all right? Miss Mildred?
Yes.
Naya? Yes. Kevin?
Yes. Tracy?
Yes.
Miss Middleton,
Absolutely.
all right.
What else you gonna do with it?
How many ways can we sell these two vehicles?
I think you have to put that on that, don't you? Yeah, I thought so. I don't have a problem with that.
So, how would we like to sell it, Miss Middleton?
Gov.deals or whatever that is.
Same.
It's a police car. I think that's a great idea.
All right. now
And
you do
bids
your
have
thing
already
then.
always.
Do I have a motion to be able to sell the 2 excess vehicles from the police department through gov.deals?
I make a motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, sir.
Y'all gonna sell them, could you hold like a public auction, you know, like back in,
No, they're gonna go all on Gov Deals.
Yeah, they need to go
And
on
all
Gov
you do
Deal.
is put your bid in, and people from all over the state can put their bid into. We're keeping our hands out of it.
oh, okay.
That money is going straight into our bank account, and whoever is the highest bidder, that's where it's going to. Because historically, the
Yeah, we already
town
agreed on
has had a
that.
horrible time with bids, as you could see earlier from, yes.
So that's what caused issues.
When you gonna put it out?
No, not yet. I think there still might be some paperwork and things that we need to do in order to get it placed on the site. But we will publicly let everyone know once it is up, so everyone can put in a bid.
And this is just the first reading, so we have to have a second
Oh,
to finalize it before it can even be placed
no.
on there.
Last time they did bids, that's what led to a lot of issues, so I think Gov Deals is a really good idea.
The worst of bids, the last time.
Letter G.
All right,
guys.
letter G, the sale of excess equipment through the fire department.
My only discussion is, have we done the research to make sure they're not like bought by grant money or anything like that? Cause I saw some of the constituents make that comment. I just wanna make sure we're not gonna get in any type of trouble.
So,
Yeah, Bobby said they were
the engine
released,
that's out there, I've got the title in the drawer in there,
Mhm.
and that's a clean title.
Mm-hmm.
Those air packs that are upstairs, yeah, those things are, yeah, at least are out of date. But those are so far out of date, I can't give them to anybody in the United, like, I could not give them to anybody in the United States.
Okay.
They're that far out, so the only place that they'd be, those air packs there are essentially, will be sold for scrap. Because they're so far out of date that I can't give them away.
Okay,
To-
as long as
to
we've done our due
use.
diligence.
And I will say the check that was paid for the fire truck, it did come out of the general fund's operating account. Now, whether grant money was used and dumped into the operating account to buy that, I have no idea, but the town itself made a down payment on it originally, and then went back and paid it in full.
Okay.
So that's all I can say on that, because it's been several years ago.
All right. So, council, are we individually in agreement to sell, this fire department truck and airbags?
Yes.
We can scrap the cylinders, right?
Ms. Middleton?
Yeah, as long as it's cleared, yeah. And
Okay.
he's got the title, so.
All right,
Do I have a motion?
how do we go
Well,
about
it's,
doing that?
Don't you have to do that the same? with Gov Deals?
Go.
I'm asking, how do we
So
want to do
there's-
that?
Bobby?
I guess you could do bids
So
on that.
there's,
I don't know.
there's several ways, and without going down a rabbit hole about all this, but there are several ways that you can do it. Gov Deals is one of them, but you also have, there's a website called garage.com, which brokers used fire apparatus to other departments. There's two others that I can think of, and I can't remember the names, but it's like Company 2 or something like that. Is another organization that brokers used apparatus.
Well, Chief Bobby, in order to keep everything kind of congruent, is it okay with you if we use Gov Deals?
It's fine with me.
Okay, like, so that way we're not flipping between websites and things like that?
That's fine with me. I'm not particularly picky.
Okay, so
I just gotta
council,
get it off my lot and off my insurance.
Is it okay individually, Middleton?
Yes. I make a
Yes.
motion.
Young?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay, yes, all right, you do your thing.
Do I have a motion?
whatever Bobby thinks is best.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
H. Discussion of hiring a maintenance position. This maintenance position is currently, or will be replacing our current maintenance / police department personnel, which is Adrian. He is leaving, and so it will be replacing his position. To be able to help maintenance, police department, water, whatever that needs to be done. It just fell because most of his salary does fall from the maintenance side, and some from the police department side. So do I have,
Will it be somebody that can fix the Facebook thing and the website maybe?
if they're
tech savvy, like
tech savvy, then
That's if they're tech savvy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we kind of lucked up with Adrian.
No, that's
He's
what I'm
able to do
saying.
all of that.
Well, make that part
But
of
is
the
it
thing.
okay? Like, are we all
Yeah.
in agreement? Because,
That's fine.
grass is high.
correct.
We just got a lawnmower, guys, so give
I
us
got
some grass.
flowers
and,
outside
and
my
like,
house.
and there's no way Zach can keep up by himself.
So I make a motion for us to open up a position. Wait. What's the method by which we're gonna do this, taking in applications? Are we using Indeed? Because I think that'd be a good thing.
Mhm.
As well as taking possibly paper, but
I mean, you could
I think
open
it'd
it up
be
and if
better.
somebody wanted to put it on Indeed, or if you wanted to
all right,
put it
I
in the
mean,
newspaper.
Yeah.
Run it for-
Who reads the newspaper?
Well, I mean, I don't know, I don't,
Well,
but there's still several people that
I
do.
can put it on Indeed. I can make it go up on Indeed, and that way they can either turn in paper applications or they can just apply through the Indeed website.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right, so you do your thing, Kev.
All right, so with that being said, do I have a motion to open up the maintenance position to replace Adrian's position?
Motion.
Second was Ms. Mildred. And a vote.
Yeah.
Everybody in favor?
Yes.
All right.
And opening up this new position, and just like y'all was talking earlier about, people being in the park, they not considering who gonna take on the responsibility by not having insurance if a person fall. Who's gonna be on? If like this guy, he said he was cutting grass. Say for instance, a car come out and bust somebody window or hurt somebody, who gonna be responsible? Is it gonna be the town or the individual? But see, they not gonna think like that.
Correct.
Because they operating in the town. And you can't sue him for something he don't own.
You're right.
Because that's a big, you gotta be covered under insurance to operate stuff like that, but see, they're not thinking like that, they thinking one way. See, now if y'all put them down there, y'all should have them covered for whoever be on that property.
Well, we can also add that to the ordinance where they have to have their own insurance.
Liability insurance.
Their own liability insurance if they're gonna come sell on our property. We could add that as well.
All right. Purchasing Article 4, Section 4-401.
So that is from, 1988?
Correct.
And it's something that we definitely need to update. And Desiree from MASC sent us a template for us to use to update our procurement ordinance. We need to, as a council, decide who would be like the purchasing agent. Would the department heads be able to make purchases for their department, say for instance the water department, or the police department, or the fire department? I lost my words for a second. But how much they could possibly purchase for their department without having to come to council. If we pass a budget and the budget states, hey, Bobby can spend $10,000 on paper clips, then the council says, oh, he can only spend up to $2,000, then Bobby knows he can't buy $3,000 worth of paper clips. because he has a limit in which he can buy before coming to council. So basically, that's what the procurement ordinance does. It gives us structure, it gives us rules, it gives us guidelines, and it helps daily operations run a little bit smoother without everything having to come before council in a council meeting. Because a lot of things get shoved to the wayside because we have to wait till the next meeting before we can actually do anything. Like maintenance on vehicles, stuff like that.
It makes it a lot easier if
Like
Jermaine says, "Oh, this cop car needs an oil change and it's $100." He should be able to go and do that without coming and say, "Hey, can I go get the oil changed in this car?" Through the dealership.
I do have a comment on that. That's positive. That's like when you weren't here, and Adrian had to get somebody to sign off on getting a weed eater and what is it, a blower.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have to do that.
Like if Daryl needs chemicals.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's too much because you know there's enough to be done without having to everything. If it's something big, I can understand.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, you can't go buy a new police car.
Right,
But,
right.
Yeah, but if you need
Put a
to
cap
buy,
on it.
if you need to buy a thing of
Brakes, 'cause
paper,
your
then for
brakes
God's
are
sake, go buy it.
squealing. Like your brakes
yeah.
are squealing, go get brakes. Like,
Because if something happens and you can't get Kevin and you can't get Mildred, then you got to hunt somebody down just to buy a weed eater.
so we have the procurement, the new one.
Yeah, I
It
read
should
that.
be in here.
I don't know if it's printed on.
That I don't have a problem with.
Another question, do the council know what the old equipment for what the town was using before, like the lawnmowers?
We do know where it's at.
Change.
We don't have any of that. They're trying
That's currently still going through the magistrate. We're waiting on a court date.
We're in the process of trying to get it back, Mr. Burgess, but we're having to go through proper channels through the magistrate's
It don't make
office.
sense, y'all gotta purchase more stuff.
It doesn't make sense, but that's the pickle we're in. As far as I don't see the actual template in
Yeah,
here,
it's not.
but the template discussed that, you know, we don't have a town administrator. So who should be the purchasing agent out of the council? Like the major purchasing agent. For me, I would say the mayor because he is technically the face of the town. Like that's just who people see. Even though we're a council form of government. That's just me. What
That's
does
fine.
the rest of council say?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because he
I'm okay with it.
on the finances all the time, he know what's going on.
Right. And like, you know, if you gotta purchase a lawnmower, you gotta purchase a lawnmower because we don't have any of our lawnmowers. So, you know, things like that. We need to make it official. And then is there a specific amount council would like to do for each of the department heads of them being able to spend according to their budgets?
I don't know. Now I'll defer to you on that. Well, how much? Because I don't know how much the police
Well, we just had to do maintenance on 2 of the vehicles, and that was roughly like $1,400.
Yeah, I mean, I would say what, 3,000-4,000 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how much
I would
their
say
budget is yet
dependent-
either.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say depending on their.
What's going on with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Depending on-
Anything bigger, then of course we could.
But
say,
what's the basic amount that you think each department had? Because I mean, chemicals are expensive. I look
Yeah,
at Daryl.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, he can drop $3,500 at one.
So I
spot.
was thinking maybe about
5,000?
4,000,
4,000,
4,000 or 5,000.
Okay.
What, a week, monthly?
I would say.
No, that's just their limit on a specific project.
I would
Like,
say
That's
5.
in
Yeah.
each individual budget. for
right.
Each apartment.
But they know they can't go over a specific amount.
What if we say
something,
5?
I think it would be 5 would be
What if we
better.
say
You know,
5?
each.
Yeah.
each
If anything over
card
5, you
each
can come to
department has a
council.
maximum allowance of $5,000 per day.
okay, well that's I think 5,000 is good.
Yeah.
So you can't spend any more than $5,000 on a card per day through the bank.
But for them,
Yeah,
for a
'cause I've seen
department
fixing the
head
car
per
company.
project, you know you can't go over this specific
Yeah.
amount. If it goes over, I don't care if it's tires. If it goes over 5,000, you know you have to come before council.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
I think that's a good number.
5,000 is
Yeah,
good.
it's not too low and it's not too much. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
if that doesn't work, then we can always come back and revisit it.
Yeah.
Correct.
And amend that.
but I mean, you know, 1,400 is a bit much, but a lot had to be done
For
on
what?
these vehicles.
I was gonna say that ain't much
So-
for repairs.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For us not to have a procurement ordinance
Yeah.
in place, that's
No,
still
I
a lot of
think
money
that's a
to
great
spend with nothing, having no guardrails or
I think that's a good
guidelines.
idea.
So with
Plus, you ain't gonna get nothing done if you got them coming to you for everything. So.
Right.
I think that what we can do is take the template we can fill it in,
Okay,
with what we agree upon.
okay,
And then, of course, you have to have a second reading of this. If
Right.
you make the motion and go through the first time. So then, at our next meeting, if we have the template completed, then we can actually say, okay, yes, this will work, no, it won't. And
Right.
then you can vote on it and go from there.
okay, so do we agree on that?
Yes.
Yes,
Do I have a motion?
Yeah, we have to.
I make a motion.
I second it.
And do I have a vote from everyone?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous, aye.
All right. Council comments?
I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying every meeting. We just need grace, guys. We're still working through this. We're still, as you see, we don't always agree. But
And there might be some heated moments.
but we're still working to move forward and progress. That's all we're trying to do. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your time, because it's late.
Exactly. So with that being said, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second. Second.
And a vote. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's why I just want to sit down and not talk about it.
I agree.
That way the public feels like they're part of it. Of course, I ain't gonna be with y'all next time, so y'all got to pass on me.
Where you gonna be?
If y'all have it next Monday, I'm gonna be in the hospital. Because I'm getting my knee surgery in May the 4th.
Well, is
Well, if it's the second one that I'll be here, I might be on a walker, but I'll be here. It's not, no, wait a minute. Is it? What, you look at your calendar and tell me. That don't mean we don't love you.